Hey everybody, welcome to Markets with Manward. I'm Andy Snyder. And before you do anything, do me a favor and click the link below and sign up for Manward Digest. That's our free daily e-letter. If you like this video, it's a good way to get notified of more videos. If you like my comments, it's a good way to get my comments mailed to you for free every day. And so speaking of comments, today's video is basically a comment, an answer to a comment I got in the Manward mailbag a couple weeks ago. This is from a reader. She's a subscriber of my Alpha Money Flow service, a volume-based trading service, and she had her first 1,000% gain on a stock I recommended in January. So let me read you that note, and then we'll discuss what she's asking. She says, "Hey, Andy, I just wanted to write in and tell you I got my first 1,000 bagger from one of your recommendations in a special report. The stock is Novavax with the ticker NVAX. I bought it in January for, get this, $4.59, and it has traded as high as $61.50 in the past few days. You nailed it. I was wondering if you could issue guidance on this stock now that it has blown up and still has a lot of potential ahead of it in the vaccination world. Just wondering what an analyst would say at this point with the stock. My only complaint, I wish I had bought more." So she's talking about Novavax. That's as you might guess, it's a vaccine stock. And really, this stock popped up on my radar, like she said, in January. That's when I recommended it in a report. What I look for in Alpha Money Flow is essentially money flow. I have an indicator, we call it our Liberty indicator, and it goes from red, which is basically negative, to green, which is positive. We look at that money flow. In January, we saw the Liberty indicator cross into green. And the rationale why was, you look back at the time. Of course, we had the flu season here in the United States, but we also had in China and starting to come to the United States, making the headlines, it was in January, was the coronavirus. And so that's where Novavax, we really just started to see this money creep in. And as you can see, we got in at, below $5 before the stock went to $60. Kind of the first big catalyst for the stock to move higher was when Novavax said, hey, we're getting into the coronavirus vaccine thing. We've got a few candidates we're looking at. And when it did that, it immediately got $4 million in funding. About a month later, it came out and said, all right, great. We have a candidate we want to put into our pipeline. We're going to do this. And it got, $384 million in funding for that. So that's huge. This company usually, has, I think this year, let me check my notes. It's expected to have $8.4 million in revenue this year. So you get all of a sudden $384 million in funding. That's important. So that's a big, big catalyst for the stock going higher. And here's the key to investing in this stock right now. So in July, Novavax is expected to tell us its phase 1 testing data, how its trial has gone. If it goes really well, that's going to be very positive for share price. It's at $45 today, could go to $70. We already saw it at $60 earlier on the real height of the speculation. There's a few other catalysts which make this pretty appealing. First is more recent news. It got $60 million, just over $60 million from the Department of Defense for, I think, 11 million doses of the vaccine that it's working on that it has in trials right now. So that's a really promising sign. It's getting some good revenue there. But there's also an aspect of Novavax outside of the coronavirus, and that's its nano flu product. So this is the longer term opportunity for the company. And it's already got it through the trials, and now it's getting ready to go for FDA approval, which is expected. So that could be anywhere from, just slightly under $1 billion to almost $2 billion revenue source for the company. And then you add the coronavirus vaccine on top of it, and the sky really could be the limit for this one. So to answer Diane's question, is it still a buy? Of course, I don't like Novavax at $45 as much as I did at less than $5, but there's still some opportunity here. It's definitely a higher risk now than it was in January. So with that, I like the options market. Options for Novavax are a little more expensive. There's a lot of speculation and volatility built into the share price. But if you want to risk less money and it still have that upside, the options, looking out through August, September, even October could be really good for this. Anything with a $50 strike price and beyond. If you go above that, you can get a lot cheaper price, but you're going to have a little more risk there, or a lot more risk there, depending on how far out you go. So Novavax is a stock, not terrible. I doubt another 1,000%, but a double could be in the cards. For stock buyers, for option buyers, 300-400%. If you buy the right contracts, it could be a no-brainer. So there you go, Novavax, 1,000% gain. If you want to get a piece of that action, check out the link below. Sign up for my free Manward Digest. Mailed out every morning. It has tips just like these, commentary, and of course it tells you when our next video is coming out. So sign up, and thanks for watching.